Hi, time to do some more vocabulary in Vocabulary Power 2. We're on Chapter 4 on page 30. So our first word is benefit. Rashid got a new job with good benefits, including 3 weeks of paid vacation each year. My grandmother now pays less for her medication. It's a benefit the government gives to the elderly. So we have the answer here, money or advantage. So lots of companies you work for offer benefits, so you get paid your hourly wage, but you also get healthcare benefits, so you can get some glasses or get your teeth fixed if you need to, and all or part of that will be paid. Okay, number 2 is contrast. We walked out of the dark movie theater and into the bright light. The contrast hurt my eyes. Vincent is very tall and his wife is very petite. Petite means small. You can't help but notice the contrast. So is contrast similarity, difference, or surprise? It's difference. So if I have all my walls painted white and my furniture's white, I would say, you know what? I'm going to paint one wall blue and get some blue pillows for some contrast. So it's not all the same. I want some difference. Next is convenience. Leilana enjoys the convenience of having the bus stop right in front of her building. Elevators and escalators offer convenience, but I prefer to walk up the stairs for exercise. So is convenience movement, usefulness or ease, or rest? B, usefulness or ease. Ease just means it makes it easy for people. So we have stores that we refer to as convenience stores, like 7-Eleven and Max. It's not called Max anymore, but it's really easy to go in there if you only need a couple things. Instead of driving all the way over to Superstore, I can walk to the convenience store. It's only a block away. Or I can go in the convenience store on my way home. I'm probably going to pass one or two of them. Lots of convenience stores have gas there too. So when I get my gas, I can just pick up some milk. It makes it easy. I don't have to make a second trip. Okay, next is insure. I'm a careful driver, but I still plan to insure my car. I don't want to pay for an accident caused by another. Matthew insures all the artwork he buys in case any of it is stolen. Each piece is very valuable. So is insure to buy protection, to own, or to make like new? To buy protection. I'm sure you know this one. You own a car, you have to buy insurance, right? So if your car gets stolen, then you will get money to replace it. Or if you have an accident, your accident will be paid for by insurance. Okay, next is lesson. Jonas hurt his leg while skiing. We did what we could to lessen the pain until medical help arrived. Angelita tried to lessen the shock of her news, but her parents were still very surprised to learn that she was going to move to another city. So lessen, to help through laughter, to increase, or to make smaller. I'm sure you know this one. Less means a lower amount or smaller. Same with lessen, is to make something less, make the pain less. Put ice on, if you hurt yourself, put ice on it, take a Tylenol, it will lessen the pain. Next is locate. Can you help me locate Washington Street on this map? I don't see it. The police are trying to locate the stolen car. So is locate to replace, to find the position, or to draw? Locate is to find. So I need to locate Banff on a map. I'm going to Banff, so I need to know where it is. I need to locate it on this map, find it. Okay, next is logic. I don't understand your logic. Why do you wash the dishes before you put them in the dishwasher? You treat problems with the logic of a small child. You believe that if you can't see it, it must not exist. So is logic a hope, a daily routine, or a way of thinking? C, a way of thinking. A way of thinking that makes sense. So if you use logic, or it's logical, the adjective logical, it makes sense. Okay. Next is rate. I prefer to live in a small town. Large cities have a higher crime rate. They say the rate of accidents in the air is much lower than the rate on land. So is rate seriousness, how often an activity occurs, or the degree of difficulty? It's B, how often an activity occurs. So the rate of COVID infections went up when everybody returned to work. Okay, so the number of infections, the number of times people became sick, or how often people got COVID. Okay, 9 is require. Dogs require more care than cats. You have to walk a dog often. The contract requires 2 signatures, the employers and the employees. So is require to need, to want, or to show? It's to need. If you require something, you need it. So you require a computer to do this course. And then the last one is scale. My girlfriend dreams of a huge wedding, but I'd prefer something on a small scale. Even as a child, I loved science, so while my classmates tried to do the simplest science projects, I created projects on a large scale. So is that a piece of land, a size or level, or an amount of money? It's size or level. If I want to have a party on a large scale, I want to have a great big party with lots of people and a DJ playing music and flashing lights, right? Really big, really, really big. If I want a party on a small scale, I just want to invite a few friends over and it'll be pretty quiet and normal, not a whole lot going on, okay? So let's pronounce these together. We've got benefit, contrast, convenience, insure, lesson, locate, logic, rate, require, scale. Now let's quickly look at the other definitions on page 34. So benefit, money or other advantages that you get from the government or part of your job. Now, lots of people lost their job during COVID or because of COVID. Lots of stores closed, so people lost their jobs. So the government offered a benefit, money, to people who lost their jobs so they can pay their bills. Okay, now benefit, an advantage or help that you get from something. So learning English is a benefit. It will benefit you. It will help you to find a job. It will help you communicate with your neighbors. Okay, next, insure is to buy insurance for your house or your car. Or insure can mean make sure. So in order to ensure you do well on the test, you need to study. Okay. Rate, the number of times something happens over a period of time. Or rate can also mean the speed at which something happens. So when you listen to stories online, sometimes you have the option to change the rate of the speaking. So if somebody speaks at a very fast rate, they speak like this, and it's really hard to understand them. Or if they speak at a slow rate, they sound like this. So it's the speed. Okay, and finally, let's look at page 35. Now, quite often we say benefit from means you get help from something. So you will benefit from learning English. Or for someone's benefit means you're doing something to help someone. So I'm making this video right now for your benefit, to help you understand how to pronounce the words and what they mean. And then a contrast between is when there's a difference between two people or things. So if John is tall and his wife is short, there's a contrast in their height. Now, if we say in sharp contrast to, means there's a large difference. So if a 90-year-old man marries a 20-year-old woman, there's a sharp contrast in their ages. It's a big difference, okay? Insure that can mean make sure that. So to protect yourself against something bad happening. So lock your doors to ensure that you don't get robbed while you're away. And finally, on a grand scale, we already talked about this. Grand means large. So if I want a party on a grand scale or a large scale, I want a huge party with everything. Maybe I even want to have entertainers like dancers and singers and jugglers and everything. I want balloons. I want it all, right? Big, big, big. Okay? So good luck with this lesson. Send it to me when you're done. Bye for now.